How you guys doing today, YouTube? Truthers, real people, what up? I haven't been talking that much on YouTube, excuse me, YouTube, because, I just got a lot of shit going on in my life right now, and been very, very busy, I had mentioned before, that the woman that I was renting this basement apartment from passed away, so now, I'm taking over the whole house. Her son wants me to stay here, and just running in a couple problems with that right now, because, the woman's friend and her were having a garage sales and stuff. Well, on the other side of this furniture is all that other lady's stuff, She had just cleared out made room in this area here so I can get my stuff out of my storage unit. Now, I was out back, cut some trees down, some dead trees, that's one thing I've been working on is a lot of dead trees around here. And I spent all last year picking up limbs and picking up this piece of that tree that fell. So I'm taking everything dead down, get it done, get it over with, right? And then, I got I'm taking these branches here and, I'm putting a wood, taking the bark off, putting a wood stain on them, and then, I'm going to use them for building materials because I'm going to build a spot, back there, maybe a little gazebo or something like that out of the branches, to have a fire pit and chill out, right? Somewhere where to relax, where my mom can sit and enjoy her day, Flowers, stuff like that, whatever. So the lady says, now, mind you, these people have been gone since they came here and did the funeral stuff. It's been a month, you know what I'm saying? And he had to go back to Texas, right? And the lady's friend convinced him that it was his best interest to let her take care of things here and finish up, She'll sell all the stuff that's in the house and get rid of all, everything, this and that. And then, he even convinced her to let her be the landlord over here. Well, I let him know before he left. I said, look, I can't tell you what you are going to do or not going to do, but I can tell you what I am going to do or not going to do. And if that lady's involved in my life at all, well, we will be moving here in the next 30 days. And he's like, oh. And he's like, I didn't know that was going to be a problem, having her, oversee things. And I was like, well, you don't know the woman. I've known her for a couple years now because she was your mother's friend. And personally, I don't like her. Number one, I don't like her. I wouldn't befriend a person like this. I don't trust her, And, he's like, oh. So he finally said, well, I let her, she's going to handle getting rid of everything here at the house. And then after that, you'll be done with her. You won't have to deal with her no more. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I can deal with that. Well, it took her 3 weeks to get over here. And I'm like, and my whole thing is, I'm trying to do shit here. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of things in my life. I know how to do a lot of things. I need the garage. You know what I'm saying? I got shit all over the world, that I need to bring here from my storage unit. I got shit at my brother's house. I got tools at my buddy's house. I need the room here. That's what I'm paying for, is the garage. If renting the house didn't come with the garage, I wouldn't stay here, That's the only reason we didn't move the last time, is because the guy that was renting the house, the garage didn't come with it. He had a classic car he kept stored in his garage, and I said, no, that ain't going to work. I have to have the garage. So she's over here, I'm out back doing whatever, in the yard, and she's over here moving stuff around in the garage, and she says, Timmy, is this enough room for you to get the stuff out of your storage unit? And I was like, there really ain't going to be enough room till the garage is cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I can probably fit my stuff in the storage unit over here, but then Now there's no more room in the garage to do anything else. It's a store. The garage is literally a storage unit right now, and it ain't my shit that's being stored. And she said, I know. Well, just get your stuff over here, and then, this summer I'll have a garage sale to get rid of the rest. I was like, no. I was like, you don't understand I don't think you fully appreciate what's happening here. Number one, your shit shouldn't even be here. And you know what her response was? Well, I don't have room in my garage for it. So I already knew right then, what I'm dealing with, right? That's your answer? So I told her, I said, Debbie, I don't think you appreciate what's happening here. This is my place now. I run this motherfucker. Sandy's not here no more. You need to get your shit out of my garage. And the look on her face was like she was surprised and confused that I was even saying what I was saying. And this lady's a control freak, and I already know that because, the guy, while he was here, he noticed the front steps, over the years, the concrete started crumbling. So he went to Home Depot, bought some wood, and built a pair of wooden stairs out front. Well, he told me, he's like, Tim, when you get some time, I want you to put a non-stick finish on those stairs so it's not slippery. No problem. Well, I was out here when they were here in the garage. Her helper was mentioning that his son was into woodworking, or his nephew was into woodworking. So I said, yeah, he's like, that reminds me, I got to put that non-skid finish on those stairs over there. And, the Debbie's like, oh, no. I'll take care of it. I got the stuff at my garage. And I'm thinking, bitch, you ain't understanding. Nothing here has to do with anything. This ain't her house no more. Nothing here has anything to do with you. Your only thing you need to worry about is getting your shit out of here before I do. Because I'm not that guy. I'll put your shit at the road. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? My shit's in the storage unit while your shit's in my space. Like I said, Roy Masters is right, man. Americans are criminally insane. What the fuck are you even thinking, right? I don't know. Evidently, she's going to be getting a storage unit on the 1st and getting her shit out of here, so we'll see. She'll be very smart to do that if she does. What else? Oh, I made a big mistake about 4 days ago, man. Someone gave me some medical marijuana cookies, and I let my mom have one. Yeah, I ended up having to call 911, right, because she was dying. Oh, God, that was a nightmare, So, my mom, she's crippled, man. She's got bad scoliosis. I mean, she literally walks bent over, bent over like she's trying to pick something up because that's the position of her spine where it's least painful, right? And I've tried to tell her over the years, you got to start doing some stretches and exercises so you can manage that. That's how they do it over in Germany. You know what I'm saying? That your scoliosis can be manageable and you can live with it if you do your daily stretches. But she don't want to do that, right? So she walks bent over because that's where it's not as painful. Well, about 10 years ago, I had I didn't give it to her. I had some marijuana brownies, and she seen them on the counter and thought they were regular brownies. Well, my mom loves junk foods and chocolate, so she ate one. Well, I'm just sitting in the living room, and next thing you know, she walks by, and she's walking straight up, standing up straight. And she's just in a happy mood, and she's really getting shit done, And, if you guys know my mom, when it comes to house cleaning, even with my mom's scoliosis, she gets more done in a day than most of these bitches nowadays that ain't even got nothing wrong with them, right? It's important for my mom for the house to be right, Everything, from the flower garden outside to the lawn, everything, it's got to be right. That's how it was when she was coming up. Everybody took pride in ownership in their home, right? So I told her, I said, hey, I remember about 10 years ago when you accidentally ate that marijuana brownie and how great you were feeling and your back. I was like, I know you don't do this stuff, but maybe, you know, we got so much stuff we're trying to get done right now as this transition happens from, you know, us, you know, being responsible for everything around here. And so she's like, yeah, I guess. So I gave it to her, and she took a bite out of it and whatnot. And she's like, you know, and she's like, it tastes like a chocolate chip cookie, but she's like, you can taste it. There's something definitely been done to it. And she's like, how much of this am I supposed to eat? And I was like, I just eat the whole thing, right? No, man, she went into a bad trip, bro. Like, she says about an hour later, you know, and that's usually how people wind up, you know, finding themselves where they've overdosed, because, you know, if you smoke marijuana, because of the flame, you're burning most of the THC away. So you're only ingesting, you know, very little THC, and you're, I mean, it's instant. You're high. You know, that smoke goes into your bloodstream faster than through your stomach, you know. So now you're high, right? Now, when you eat it, it's different. It takes about an hour. You know, you got to digest it before it gets into your bloodstream. So what happens is, you know, you get these people, they'll eat one of these brownies or cookies. Half hour goes by, they're like, I ain't feeling shit. So they eat another one, right? So now, you know, now they find themselves in some trouble. Well, because my mother's tolerances are so low because she doesn't do this shit. I mean, I don't ever remember her smoking marijuana ever. I mean, we had one neighbor that I think did it. He used to pull this little wooden tray out from up above where none of the kids had access, could get to it, and he would roll this stuff up. Well, one day I asked my mom, I was like, you know, what's Big Billy doing? Because, you know, he was the only one that did this. I seen him doing this. Never seen anybody else do nothing like this before. And she's like, oh, he rolls his own cigarettes. Well, I'm a kid. That's my mom. She gave me the answer, and it was good enough for me, right? Not knowing, you know, some of the other kids were a little brighter than me when it came to stuff like that, you know, because in the basement, you know, he had the secret room that none of us were allowed to go in and shit like that, you know. So but I was very, very naive just because of my mother babied me, right? And yeah, so, you know, her tolerance is like zero for this shit. And she ate that whole cookie, and she went into a bad trip, man. About an hour later, she's like, Timmy, I don't like this. And I'm like, you're all right, Mom. Just chill out. She's like, I told her, I was like, look, I've been there before. I was like, that's some heavy-duty shit, you know. Back in the day, coming up, when I first started smoking weed, that's all you got was Mexican dirt weed, you know. It ain't like it is nowadays, you know. So, you know, about 20 more minutes goes by, and now she's really tripping. Timmy, I'm scared, you know. My whole body's shaking and tingling. And I was like, look, just lay down. She's like, no. She's like, I know that if I lay down right now, I will not wake up. So now I'm trying not to laugh, right? Because, you know, and I'm like, well, look, Ma, I was like, you know, people, you know, you're all right. You know how many times people have, you know, called 911s or went to the emergency room because of this? And that's when she fucking started freaking out, guys. She's like, yes, call 911. And I'm like, no, Mom, you're all right. She's like, no, I'm not. Call 911. And I'm like, Mom, trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. You're fine. You know, I understand everything that's happening right now. Now she's upset. No, and almost crying. I'm dying right now, and you're not going to call. So I need to call 911 now, right? Now she's really tripping. I love you so much. I don't want to die. Hurry, call your brother. Call your brother. So, oh, man, you know. So now, you know, the guys show up in an ambulance. I meet them outside so I can at least let them know beforehand, you know. And they're like, how you doing today? And I was like, oh, well, I think everything's okay, guys. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of not at the same time. And they're like, what's the deal? And I was like, well, you know, I explained, you know, my mom's back issues and stuff and how I thought that this would help her. And I said, I gave it to her, and now she's in there dying.
So they're like, all right, we deal with this all the time. Let's go in there and calm her down a little bit. So, you know, they got her calmed down and everything. And, I mean, she was fucked up, guys. I mean, slurring words fucked up. You know, like she had just got done drinking a fucking fifth of fucking whiskey, right? So, yeah, damn, I just told her, I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that that's what was about to happen. Because, you know, I can eat one of these cookies and I'm just feel a little better. You know, I'm in a good mood. That's it. You know, it ain't doing that to me. But yeah, that was kind of, but you know, the one thing, you know, the guy, I apologized to the ambulance guys. I said, you guys, I am so sorry. I was like, this is all on me, man. My fault. And they're like, no, it's all right. We get a lot of calls like this, you know. And I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. It wouldn't sit well with me right now if I knew Mrs. Jones down the street needed you and you were over here because my mom thinks she's dying because she's high. And you know, that guy looked at his partner and then he looked back at me and he's like, dude, he's like, you know what? He's like, thank you so much for even saying that. He's like, I have never, ever heard anybody say anything like that. He's like, people just don't care out here. I said, no, that's not me, man. I was like, you know, that wouldn't sit very well with me if I knew the lady down the street was really having a heart attack and needed you right now. And you're over here dealing with this, you know. I'm not that kind of person. But even look at him. I mean, you know, like I said, he looked at his partner with a look of shock on his face that I even said that, you know. So that helps just show you guys how far gone is, you know, with people's morals and just who they are as human beings. You know, nobody cares. And that's exactly what he said. He's like, man, I can't even believe you just said that, man. Nobody cares. Man, it was sad, you know, to have to hear that. But we know it's the truth, you know. Oh, got a lot of stuff going on here, guys. That's why I haven't been posting videos, you know. Pretty soon I'll have this whole 3-car garage to do whatever I want in it. You know, I don't know if I'm going to share any of those videos. I've been into a little other shit over the years, you know, pyrotechnics, shit like that. I got 2 acres here, so, you know, I'm going to be setting it off on this 4th of July, but you know, we don't celebrate 4th of July no more as Independence Day. That's for me, that's Truther Day now. You know what I'm saying? Where yeah. Thank you guys. God bless you. All the comments. I've been noticing that there's been lots of commenting going on lately. Even the negative comments. Thank you guys. You know, you guys have the right to believe anything you want, man. But just let you know, in a world that's round and spins 1,000 miles an hour and you can go to space, me and my subscribers are light years ahead of you guys. So whatever insults you think you're doing to my commenters and my subscribers and to me, myself, you're not insulting anybody but yourself, really, you know. I think that my people are far beyond that. I haven't seen none of my people, you know, lashing back at you guys or so I'm very proud of that, actually, you know, that my channel is keeping it like that, that, you know, I really feel confident that my followers are on that level. You know what I'm saying? That they're not going to fall for these traps. Even though it's hard not to sometimes, and even though that sometimes we get so frustrated, I think that maybe we do it not because we fell for the trap, but we just do it out of the entertainment that might come from it. You know what I'm saying? Which is maybe not right, but I don't think it's such a bad thing, you know. It is what it is. But, yeah, guys, thank you very much for paying attention to my channel and following me. If you guys are interested, you know, I got big plans for this property. I'm following these guys on YouTube right now. They're making $250,000 a year off the size of land this big. And it's because of this urban homesteading they're doing now. You know, they've just perfected growing produce in small spaces. To where, you know, a guy farming a large acreage
there's no individual care for each plant like you can do on small acreage farming. So, you know, your plants are producing 3 to 4 times the amount as a large-scale farmer. That's how these guys are doing it. And they don't, like, you know, large-scale farmers farm one thing. The urban farmers, they farm multiple different things, you know, usually things that are popular at the farmers markets and at restaurants right now. One of them is microgreens. Now, this is something you can do right in an apartment. You can grow these microgreens and make money. They're hot right now. So you guys look into that if you want to make a little extra income with a very, very little effort, you know. Hopefully, I'll be getting a greenhouse built here in the next couple of months. I got a guy coming to till some land here for me and level some of it out. We'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying. I'll post some videos of it for you guys and let you, at least you guys know what I'm doing and what's going on. 3 more days, kidney ultrasound. Hopefully that goes all right. I'll get on the list, and within a couple months, I'll have that transplant, right? Hell yeah, man. Everything's looking pretty positive for myself, as positive as it can be in such a negative world, right? I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and this is a fact. No man on earth, not your husband, not your wife, nobody can make you happy. You know, I hear this a lot, you know, oh, my man or my woman don't make me happy. That ain't on them. That's up to you whether you want to be happy or sad. They can make you laugh, they can make you smile, but they can't make you happy. So keep that in mind next time you go blaming to someone else for your happiness or not, right? Oh yeah, people, man. You know, like I said, you guys go back to my beginning videos, man. I ain't preaching because you know, I know these things because I had to come out of them myself and experience them myself, you know. So it's not any of things that, you know, a lot of times I come off, especially face to face and, you know, person to person, people think I might be offensive or a little harsh, but they don't understand where I'm coming from, you know. I'm not talking about you like I'm trying to belittle you or you're below me. I'm trying to tell you I was right where you're at one time, and I came out of it, and I'm letting you know. But you guys know yourself, most of them ain't going to come out of it. You know, they'll turn on you before they'll even think about what you're saying. They'll turn on you. So, we're going on 22 minutes here, guys. I think I'm going to call it short. Got a little few things I'm doing in here in the day today. You know, all these dead trees and shit that I cut down, you know, all these branches and stuff, I'm using them, stripping the bark and refinishing them so I can build some projects I want to build with them. Hopefully have a nice chill spot out back here soon where I can, you know,